All right, in a big blow to the Congress party in Gujarat, here is Hardik Patel, who is a very popular Patidar leader, a Patidar face in the state Congress unit, has now resigned from the party. He's, in fact, not made any qualms while condemning the Congress leadership, saying that the grand old party are too busy among themselves when there are real issues to deal with. The senior leaders are always abroad. He's accused the leaders of ignoring party issues and also spoke about the stand that the party has taken against CAA and RC, against Ram Mandir, and calls it condemnable. Now, let me quickly cut across to Rajdeep Sardesai, who in fact was the first to bring out the emotion from Hardik Patel in a recent interview. Rajdeep, we saw how Hardik Patel, while speaking to you, did not have any qualms in hitting out at the senior leadership of the Congress, says that he's very upset that they're not available when it comes to dealing with real party issues. A very explosive resignation letter that he's put forward, bringing massive embarrassment to the party ahead of polls.
Look, to be very honest, Nabila, this letter seems very scripted. Hardik Patel has been working his way out of the Congress for a few months now, and the letter only is the final act, because it almost seems as if this letter has been dictated to him by someone else, that you have to attack the Congress leadership and thereby facilitate your entry into the BJP. The buzz in Gujarat, I can tell you, is the main reason why Hardik has left is not just dissatisfaction with the way the Congress is structured in Gujarat, 25 vice presidents and 75 general secretaries with no one really accountable, but also the fact that Hardik has 32 cases against him, and the BJP leadership may well be willing to help or facilitate Hardik in dropping several cases. So this is push and pull factors. It's not just what is the situation in the Congress, it is also what the BJP is willing to offer Hardik Patel in an election year in Gujarat. Hardik is 27, he is ambitious, he couldn't contest the last election because he was underage. This time he wants to contest the election, wants a platform and wants the cases against him withdrawn. All of which we are told the BJP is ready at this stage to offer him. The Congress, by contrast, seems to have taken the approach that those who want to leave the party are welcome to leave it. Rahul Gandhi's credo seems to be, we want those who are ready to ideologically fight the BJP. So clearly there are push and pull factors that are responsible for Hardik Patel eventually deciding to leave the Congress.
But you know, while he speaks of this lack of seriousness, he says that senior leaders are abroad when they really need them. Whenever he approaches the senior leadership about Gujarat and the people of Gujarat, problems in Gujarat, they don't seem to be paying any attention. Is that because of his age, do you think, Rajdeep, that you say that he is ambitious, but you also believe that because of his age, he is not taken seriously among the Congress senior leadership, which many of the youngsters in the Congress have been complaining that they do not get their due?
Look, there are serious problems structurally in the Congress, organizationally, communication-wise, the gap between Delhi and state capitals, all of these are objective realities. But here is another reality, which is that Hardik Patel himself, who was a creation of the Patidar agitation that took place 5 years ago, he too has done very little to really try and build the party in Gujarat. Hardik Patel himself has to also be held accountable, just as the Congress leadership has to be held accountable, as what have you all done in the last 5 years to revive the Congress in Gujarat. Remember, in 2017, the Congress gave the BJP a run for its money. For the first time after 25 years, the BJP was actually put into double digits. In Gujarat, they got less than 100 seats. What did you do to build it? The Congress leadership has to answer that question in Delhi, and the Congress leadership in Gujarat has to answer. Hardik was made the working president of the Congress in 2018. Since then, what has Hardik Patel really done to galvanize the Congress cadres? Tali do haath se bajti hai. Both the Congress leadership and Hardik Patel have frankly failed in reviving the Congress in Gujarat, which is why 6 months ahead of the election, the Congress looks like a party in total disarray.
Right, Rajiv, that said, the Patidar community in Gujarat, give us the significance, or what kind of asset does Hardik Patel hold? When I say asset, the kind of clout that he has within the Patidar community, pulling out of the Congress, will that really dampen prospects for the Congress party?
Look, one of the major reasons why the Congress was able to give the BJP a fight 5 years ago was the unrest within the Patidar community, which wanted reservations at the time. But the BJP leadership, Mr. Modi, Shah have a special investment in Gujarat, has worked to woo the Patidars back again. Patidars are about 15-16% of Gujarat population. They are divided into two large sub-castes, the Leva Patels and the Kadwa Patels. The Levas are the more dominant Patels. Hardik is a Kadwa Patel, the less dominant Patel community. But 5 years ago, he became the face of the unrest within the young Patidars. That unrest is not seen to the same extent on the ground today. So therefore, Hardik's departure may not have that much of an impact on the Congress's fortunes, which in any case are at a low ebb at the moment in Gujarat. But for the BJP, it gives them another opportunity to say, look, no young ambitious leader has space within the Congress. Come to the BJP and fulfill your ambitions. So from purely the optical point of view, as well as having one more asset at election time, because Hardik does have support among a certain group of young Patidars, it's a win-win for the BJP, and the Congress has to once again ask itself, why is it that so many young people are exiting the party?
All right, Rajdeep, thank you very much for that analysis. In fact, in your interview, it was the first signal that Hardik Patel really sent out, saying that he wasn't happy with the party senior leadership. But your statement on what has Hardik Patel done for the Congress party, has he really worked hard enough? Well, of course, those statements and those details will surface over time. But now the big question is, will Hardik be joining the BJP? A lot of feelers that he's already sending out. Let me quickly cut across to those political reactions pouring in on this issue.
ये मामला उनका व्यक्तिगत मामला है, उनकी पार्टी का मामला है, उसमें हम लोग को क्या पढ़ना। लेकिन जिस प्रकार से कांग्रेस के छत्रप या तो गिर रहे हैं, या तो पार्टी छोड़ रहे हैं, या पार्टी उनको हटा रही है, ये कांग्रेस की स्थिति है। कहीं ना कहीं वो परिवारवाद से ग्रस्त हैं और डायनेस्टिक पॉलिटिक्स का यही असर होता है।
भाजपा की हार्दिक पटेल के सामने केस लगाया, वही सरकार केस विड्रॉ कर रही है, तो कौन सा हालत बदल गया? उस वक्त भाजपा पे अटैक करते थे हार्दिक पटेल तो केस बना, आज भाजपा से समझौता हो गया तो केस विड्रॉ हो गया।
All right, now India Today was indeed the first channel that unraveled the Congress's implosion in Gujarat. Patidar leader Hardik Patel just a few days ago spoke exclusively to India Today, highlighting his problems with the grand old party's top leadership. Here's what he said.
पहले दिन चिंतन शिविर है, वहां जाने के बजाय आप अपने कार्यक्रम में लगते हैं। मैसेज तो जाता है ना कि कहीं ना कहीं हार्दिक रूठे हुए हैं। ये आप इनकार मत कीजिए कि आप पूरी तरह से खुश हैं।
नहीं, ऐसे देखिए, वो तो सबको मालूम है कि क्यों नाराजगी है। वो तो पार्टी के हाईकमान तक भी हमारी बात रखी हुई है। कोई पद पाने के लिए नाराजगी नहीं है कि हमको वो बना दो, फलाना बना दो। हमारी बात तो जो पार्टी के भीतर हमने रखी है, वो वर्क के लिए रखी है। कि मैं
क्यों नाराज है, हमें बताइए, क्यों नाराज है हार्दिक पटेल? नाराज क्यों है?
देखिए, 2 साल से आपने हमको वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट बना रखा है, तो 2 साल से आपने अभी तक हमारी जिम्मेवारी तय क्यों नहीं की? सिर्फ पद देना बड़ी बात नहीं होती। पद के बाद उसके लिए उसका उपयोग करना, काम देना, उस काम में मैं सफल रहूं ना रहूं, वो देखना, वो आपकी जिम्मेवारी होती है। जो आज तक नहीं हुआ, बस उसी का दुख है कि हमने 2015-17 में इतने बड़े आंदोलन के बाद जब पार्टी को फायदा दिलवाया, पार्टी को मजबूती दिलवाई, और फिर आज हमारे साथ ये होता है, तो कभी कभी दुख होता है। और हमने आज तक पार्टी को 100% दिया है, पार्टी से कुछ लिया नहीं है कि पार्टी से ले लिया और फिर हम कुछ काम ना किया। हमने पूरा काम पार्टी को दिया है, पूरा काम करना चाहते हैं, तो वही बात होती है और उसी कारण थोड़ा दुख लगता है। इसमें कोई नाराजगी नहीं है।